Okay, so practical skill test, semester 1, sections 2021, 2022, physics SP 015. That is your course code. So instructions, prepare a video of a simple pendulums oscillations experiment. The durations of your video should be between 1 to 2 minutes only, all right? So I can accept up to 3 minutes, but don't give me more than 3 minutes. There are a few of you who gave me a video that is more than 3 minutes. Why? Because you didn't pay attention when I explained it to you. I told you I only need the video recording for just one reading. Okay, but you go and take the 6 times 3, 18 reading for me. Why? Including the times that you repeat. Okay, every length. Okay, every length you show me 3 times. So all together you got 6 different lengths. 6 times 3, 18 times. You give me 18 times that you are calculating from 1, 2, 3 until 10. So that's why your video is very long. It's more than 3 minutes. Okay, I told you you don't have to show me the repeated value. I told you don't have to show me for different length. Just pick one length. For example, 50 cm. And then 50 cm, how you record it for the first reading. Done. End story. Just one. All right. But God students gave me 18. So, wow, yeah, think about that. I have to sit here, look at the video, listen to your counting for 18 times. So altogether 180 oscillations. Okay, I have to watch. So yeah, that is quite painful. Okay, quite painful things to do. So the durations of your video should be between 1 to 2 minutes only. Okay, please include your details in the video. So name, class, metric numbers. So put these 3 items as a first slide. Okay, you put these 3 items as your first slide, and of course, you can include the title of the experiment, which is a simple pendulum oscillation experiment, as your first slide. All right. So you're not allowed to use any video published by other as part of your video content. Okay, now this one, okay, to prevent this from happening, okay, to make it safe for you guys, what I want you guys to do when you do the counting, when you record it, okay, when you use a stopwatch to record the times taken for 5 complete oscillations, what I want you to do, I want to see your face in the video. Okay, you just show your face, maybe just for 1 second is enough. Okay, you put a, okay, you take the phones and then maybe you record your face together. Okay, just show it for 1 or 2 seconds is more than enough. Just want to see you in the video. Okay, to prove that you are the one that doing the experiment. Okay, so people won't query, say you are using other people's video as your content because you got your face there. Right. So apparatus, a piece of a strings or thread approximately 55 cm. Okay, approximately 55 cm. And then, okay, now this one, okay, I remember I told you before, don't use nylon strings or the string that is heavy. Okay, because in this experiment, we assume the string is massless. So you use a tiny small thread or strings. Okay, because when I go through the video, and I think I did include in a sample video after this, okay, got a few of you, you use nylon strings, okay, yang lebar punya, yang warna pink, yang boleh beli di kedai DIY ke or something like that, alright? So don't use that type of string, okay, it's too thick. So a small padlock or, okay, this should be or, not off, okay, or keychain. Okay, a small padlock or keychain. Now, some of you use keychain, which I think is fine, but be careful when you select the types of keychains. Why? Because some of you gave me the keychains that is a plate light. All right. So this is not suitable. All right. Why? Because the surface area is too large. So if it is not swinging in the right positions, right directions, then this area will become an external force that prevents your pendulum from swinging. Okay, that will generate will give your oscillations a very huge resistance. Okay, ada yang guna bentuk plate punya keychain. Okay, that one is actually not a good idea because you are generating a large air resistance in your oscillation. So that will make your readings becomes inaccurate. All right. So make sure you use the right reading. Okay, you use the correct reading. The suitable keychain. Okay, and then make sure it's something heavy because if I'm not mistaken, this class got some of you just use a piece of paper clip. So a piece of paper clip actually is too light. Okay, terlalu ringan. So the string, it cannot like how we say, it cannot be stretched nicely. Okay, so the oscillations is not in a perfect condition. So you need something that is heavy, and then try to reduce the amounts of the surface area of the item. Okay, especially don't use a plate-like item, because it will give you a very large air resistance in the oscillations. And then a suitable place to hang the pendulum. Okay, a suitable place to hang the pendulum. Okay, it means you need to give me somewhere that is a safe, nothing's block the object from swinging. Okay, and I quite like some of the video where before you start the experiment, you take the videos of the surrounding, you tell me that there's nothing stop your object from oscillating. There's nothing blocking the oscillations. That is a very good idea in a video. I like it. Okay, so and then a stopwatch. So stopwatch is just your phone, obviously, and with a ruler or a measurement tape. Now, measurement tape is some things that I want you to be careful, okay? Because some of you use the what is that called? Pembaris yang ukur baju punya, okay? The one for making the clothes. So that one is a soft measuring tape. So before you measure the length of the object, you need to stretch the tape, okay? Because some of you just leave it like this. So it looks like a wave on the table when you measure the length of the string. So in that case, this is improper, okay? This is incorrect because your the wave light measurement tape already give an additional distance, additional length in a string, okay? So it's inaccurate reading. So make sure you stretch the measurement tape. Make sure it lies in a nice horizontal straight line before you take the measurement, before you measure the length of the string. Okay, so ada yang biarkan dia dalam bentuk ombak masa Anda ukur panjang tali. So that is wrong. Okay, that is incorrect. Because the wave shape, the wave line measurement tape will give additional length to your string. Okay, and then protractor. So protractor is also another issue. Okay, a lot of you don't know how to use protractor in the experiment. So let's see how should you use it. So this is your protractor. All right, this is your protractor. The origin of the protractor is not at the edge of the protractor. It's not here. If you put your strings at this position, then it is wrong. Okay, the origin of the protractor, okay, now this is wrong, so we don't want it. The origin of the protractor is a crossing point here. Okay, it's a cross here. So your strings should start at this position. Okay, strings should start at this position and then go pass through the 10 degree. So this is your 10 degree from vertical. Okay, got students got a wrong idea. They thought it's a 10 degree from horizontal. So got one of you start this one, you use it as 10 degree and then you use it as a 70 degree. So this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong in your experiment 5. So in this experiment, I think you don't have to do the 70 degree. What you have to do is just for 10 degree, less than 10 degree. So remember, it should be 10 degree from vertical. Okay, so it's from here to here. So this is your 10 degree. All right, this is your 10 degree. So make sure it's 10 degree from vertical, not 10 degree from horizontal. So your origin is start at this crossing point, all right? Some of you just simply place your protractor anywhere, and then you tie the string. Some of you tie it here, you tie it here. You didn't start from the origin, okay? That's why the angle is inaccurate, okay? The string, it doesn't pass through the origin. So then it means it's inaccurate, okay? So you have to be careful. Almost 80% of students, okay, make this mistake in your experiment 5. So pastikan dia bermula pada cross ini, okay? Cross ini menunjukkan titik permulaan. Kalau tak bermula di sini, kamu biar dia bermula di luar pun, you have to make sure it pass this origin. Okay, dia melalui origin ini. Right? So that is a mistake that you guys make, quite a lot of you make in your experiment 5. Alright, so done with how to use your protractor and then with a pair of scissors or a cutter. Okay, now you need a suitable place to hang pendulum. So protractor and a strings or a thread and then small palette or keychain. So I told you already what is the things that you should do. And make sure you measure it at the right position. So what does it mean by a right position when you measure L? You measure L after you tie the strings to the pendulum. quite a lot of you measure the length of the string first. Okay, you measure the length and then you put a mark there. You mark 40, 50, 60, 70 until 90, and then you tie it to the padlock or the keychain. Now, if you already measured it, you already cut it before you tied it, then the length will become shorter, the actual length. Why? Because you're going to measure it from above the object, okay, not from before you tied it. So from above to the object until the cross of the protractor, okay, that is the length that we are going to see in your video recording. Okay, that is the length that we're going to use. So this length need to be equal to 50 cm in your practical test, right? So you need to show the 50 cm here. So make sure you measure it at the right positions, okay? Not before you tied it to the padlock or keychain, but after you tied it. Okay, kamu kena ikat dulu baru ukur. Kalau tidak, ada yang guna agak panjang juga tau untuk ikat padlock. So in that case, your L would definitely be less than 50 cm, right? And one more thing, okay, when you tie the strings or the thread to the protractor, make sure there is a space in between the string and the protractor, okay? You can put something on top of the protractor before you tie the strings, okay? To make sure there's no friction between your string and the protractor. Okay, so letak sesuatu benda lah, maybe just a small piece of paper at the cross here, okay, or any other things, or the plasticines, or a clip, or something, anything, okay, to make sure there is a small space in between your protractor and also the string to reduce the frictional force, to avoid the frictions happenings in between the string and the protractor, okay? Because I watched a few video, okay, you use a clip, okay, some of you are very smart, I would say. So, okay, so this is your protractor, so this is the cross, so you put a clip here, you clip the string at this position. Now that is a very smart way, very clever way in doing it. But then you forgot to leave a small space in between the protractor and the string. So when you do a frictions, when you do the experiment, okay, when the pendulum is oscillating, there's a frictional force occurring in between the string and the protractor. Okay, kamu clip terus string pada protractor, tapi kamu tak tinggalkan space di antara protractor dengan string. So apa yang berlaku? When it oscillate, then the speed, the oscillations will reduce, will go back to rest very quick because of the frictional force in between your protractor and the string. Okay, so make sure to leave a small distance, sikit jarak antara kamu punya string dengan protractor. Kalau tidak, oscillations will come to rest very quick. Okay, because it's losing energy very quick due to the frictional force between string and the protractor. So set up a simple pendulum as shown in figure 3. Measure the length of the strings of about 50 cm. So it's just asking for one length. Release the pendulum at less than 10 degree. Okay, so less than 10 degree, maybe you use 9 degree from the vertical, okay, in one plane. And measure the time taken for 5 oscillation. Record L and T in a suitable table of data. Okay, now this is the part where almost 90% of you didn't do it. Okay, I don't know you followed an instruction from which other class or which YouTube video. Okay, but obviously you didn't pay attention when I'm explaining to you. All right, I told you I want to see your table in your video, but almost 90% of you didn't show me the table. All right, just this class. The other class, 90% of them, they show me the table. But this class, 90% of you give me a video without table. So in that case, 3 marks will be deducted without table. All right. So record L and T in a suitable tables of data. If I don't see the table, straight away 3 marks will be deducted. All right. So kelas ini 90%. Saya tak tahulah kamu ikut arahan dari kelas mana. So kamu buat video tanpa table untuk saya. Right. So start the stopwatch after several complete oscillations. So this one, okay, now you start the stopwatch after several complete oscillations. The counting also start after several complete oscillations. Okay, counting start after you start the stopwatch. Okay, not before you start the stopwatch. I think one of you from this class, you count the oscillations before you start the stopwatch. Okay, you waited for 2 complete oscillations before you start the stopwatch, but your counting start at the beginning. The moment you release the pendulum, you release the keychain, you release the padlock. That is wrong. Okay, in that case, the time taken is for less than 10 oscillation. Alright? Ada yang sudah kira sebelum kamu start stopwatch, because instruction asks you to start stopwatch after several complete oscillation, but you count it start from first oscillation, just that you start the stopwatch after 3 oscillation. Okay, so in that case, the actual times that you are taking is the time taken for just 7 oscillation, not for 10 oscillation. All right, so make sure you start your counting after you start the stopwatch. Okay, right after you start the stopwatch, not before you start the stopwatch. Okay, saya rasa ada satu atau dua. Okay, sudah kira masa yang sini. Okay, waktu di sini. Kamu tunggu dia menjadi stabil. So you already start counting it. That is wrong, alright? So make sure the counting start together with the stopwatch. Okay, stopwatch bermula dulu and then baru kamu start counting. And then the last step, keep all the apparatus and clean your workstation. All right. So some of you just give me a picture. That's fine. And I like it because some of you show me the process of cleaning up. Okay. I'm not sure whether it's from this class or the other class. Okay. One of you actually push all the sofa in your living rooms to a side so that you have enough space for you to conduct the experiment. And you show me you push the sofa back to its original positions after you complete the experiment. That is awesome. All right. You have done so much thing just to do an experiment, just to conduct an experiment. All right, so that impressed me. Okay, that you actually push the sofa to the side so that you have enough space for the experiment. So the marking rubric is the same as the one that I showed you in experiment 5. All right, so the first thing, set up the apparatus, of experiment. So you set it up in a proper place. Okay, and then you have all of the apparatus with you in the experiment in your setup. Okay, and then you set it up neat and organized. Now, one thing happens in your video, okay, from the video that I watched, you hang something at a place that is also hanging. Paham tak? Now, let's say this is the pole. This pole is not stable. It's not at a fixed position. Okay, maybe it's hanging somewhere here. There's another 2 strings. Okay, there's another 2 strings hanging this pole. And then you put your pendulum here. Okay, you hang your pendulum here. So when your pendulum is swinging, this pole is also swinging at the same time. You have double oscillations here. In this case, that is wrong. Okay, it's considered as wrong. If the place that you hang the pendulum is moving throughout the experiment, right? It shouldn't move. Tempat yang kamu gantung pendulum ini tidak sepatutnya bergerak. Okay, but quite a few of you, you hang the pendulum at a place that will move when your pendulum oscillate. Okay, when your pendulum oscillate. So in that case, it's considered as wrong because now you have a double oscillations here. So you need to make sure the place where you hang the pendulum is at a fixed position, okay, at a fixed position, and that it won't move throughout the experiment. Alright? So ada yang gantung di tempat yang boleh bergerak. So bila kamu punya pendulum gerak, kamu punya tempat yang gantung itu pun gerak serentak. So menjadi ada 2 jenis oscillations bergerak pada masa yang sama. Okay, so in that case, that is considered as wrong. So you need a fixed position to hang your pendulum. Alright? So all necessary supplies on hand, all apparatus accurately placed by students, neat and organized. Measures and record the length of the strings or thread. So this one I told you already. Okay, you need to measure it after you tie the pendulum. Okay, after you tie the padlock or the keychain, not before you tied it. And then correct decimal places, okay, are recorded. Now, what does it mean by correct decimal places? Actually, I do observe some of your ruler, okay, some of the ruler just using, okay, now 1 decimal place, of course, but they use the smaller scale is a 0.2, not 0.1 like your meter ruler. So in that case, the uncertainty should be plus minus 0.2, all right? So that is the meanings of correct decimal place. Actually, some of the ruler, they use the smaller scale is 0.2, not 0.1. So make sure you check your apparatus carefully before you record the data, before you write down the uncertainty in the table. All right. So yeah, this one, be careful. And also the stopwatch. Okay, I think one of the phone that I saw in the video, it uses just 1 decimal place. So which means in your table, the way you record the data should be 1 decimal place. The uncertainty should be plus minus 0.1. not plus minus 0.01. Okay, jangan ikut dalam demo video punya. Demo video, they use 2 decimal place because their phone can record the times up to 2 decimal places. Okay, but your phone, okay, some of the phone you can record up to just 1 decimal place. Then in your table, you use 1 decimal place. Okay, so these decimal places, it depends on the tools that you're using. You don't ask your friends. Your friends might be using the different tools. Okay, they might use different types of a measuring tape. The setup of their phone might be different, especially in terms of the brand. Okay, maybe you're using Samsung, your friend is using iPhone, another friend is using Huawei. So all of you, you're using different phone. So the setting could be different. So make sure to refer to your own measuring apparatus. Don't look at your friend's table. All right. So angles of oscillations now, the condition here is say less than 10 degree. So it would be a better idea, a good idea to use 9 degree. And in one, okay, in under one situations, I allowed you to use 10 degree, which is when your protractor, okay, some of the protractor, the smallest scale, the smallest angles that it give you is 5 degree. So in that case, I let you use 10 degree in your experiment. Okay, ada protractor dia bagi bacaan 5 degree, 10 degree, 15 degree, 20 degree, 25 degree, 30 degree. If you have that types of a protractor, then the angles that you can use is 10 degree in your experiment. Okay, because you cannot record 9 degree. All right, because you cannot have an angle that is less than 10. If you use 5, the angle is too small. Maybe it's not enough for you to generate 5 oscillations to record the time taken for 5 oscillation. So in that case, I allows you to use up to 10 degree. Okay, only in that situation. So if your protractor is like the one that I show you just now, okay, this one, then you need to use 9 degree. Okay, less than 10, obviously. All right, because some protractor, apa yang dia ada, dia cuma ada, okay, this is a protractor. So they have here 90, and then the next one is 85, and then this one is 80, and then 75, and then 70, and so on. So in that case, you are allowed to use 10 degree. But if you have these types of protractor, then you must use less than 10. Okay, you must use less than 10 degree. Okay, so shows the release angle clearly. So you need to show me the picture because I want to see how you tie the string. Okay, some of you just tell me, okay, now I release the padlock at 10 degree. But what is the proof? There's no picture. You didn't show me. Okay, you didn't show me the picture. You didn't show me the video. So I want to see it. And I want to see how you tie the string. All right, if I can't see all those things, mark will be deducted. Alright, saya nak tengok cara kamu ikat tali pada 0 degree. Saya nak tengok kamu release pada angle yang mana satu. I want to see either the picture or the video. Alright. And then the countings of 5 complete oscillations. So you can count it. Okay, or you can just shows it on the screen. Okay, so start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the screen. Also can. Both are accepted. The easiest way, of course, is just to use your own voice. Okay, ada yang memang baca betul-betul, saya dengar memang dia kira 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. And for me, that is easier. You don't have to edit your video that much. Okay, straight away you can just put it in, and then just combine everything together and produce a video. Okay, tak payah pergi edit. Okay, this scenes I need to put 1. The next scenes I need to put 2. The following scenes I need to add a 3 there. All right, less addition need to be done if you use your voice to count. So a correct technique of a complete oscillation. So this is the reasons why I want you to count. I want to see whether you understand what does it mean by 1 complete oscillations or not. Whether you know how to count 1 complete oscillations or not. All right, that's why I want to see the counting. You can count by showing it on the screen, or you can count by using your own voice. I just want to check whether you understand the concept of complete oscillations. So measure and record the times for oscillation. So this is the part where I want to see your face. Okay, your face here, your eyes, and then the nose, the mouth. Okay, in the video. All right, just your face is enough. Don't have to show whole body. So we'll show clearly how the measurement been taken. Of course, you need to show the phone. I want to see from the moment you press start until you press stop. Okay, the phone need to be in the screen and together with your face. So your face, you can just show it at the beginnings of the experiment. So after that, okay, just throw for 1 second. After that, you can just show the phone only. Alright, tunjuk satu saat pun cukup dah. Okay, kamera tunjuk muka sendiri satu saat and then pusing balik ke setup experiment. Okay, done. Also can, alright? I just want to see your face. I want to see this is your own production. Okay, this is your own video. Kalau tidak, nanti kamu boleh je pergi mana-mana cari satu video and then put it in your video. Then I cannot prove. Okay, I cannot tell whether this is your video or not. Right? So show your face. So in case if there's anything happen, if there's any argument, got people say you're using their video, then I can show them, nah, this is the face. So this is the original video. All right. So I want to see your face. So correct decimal places are recorded. So correct decimal places, that is what I told you just now. Some phone, they have just one decimal place. Some phone, it uses two decimal places. And if I'm not mistaken, I think some, they can record up to 4 decimal places, right? So the table, I will check based on your video, okay? Based on the phone that you show in the video. So correct decimal place is very important. And then appropriate measuring instruments. So this one, no issue, because as long as you're using your phone, then that is fine. So safety, okay, safety, this is what I told you just now. I like it when in some of the video, you actually show me the surrounding. You tell me it's safe. Okay, it's a safe place to conduct experiment. That is a very clever idea, right? But if not, you just show me a pictures. Okay, the pictures are also enough. Okay, the pictures of where you conduct the experiment. Another cleanliness. Okay, cleanliness also you can show by using just a picture. Also can. Okay, and some of you, okay, you show me from the beginnings of how you do the cleanup until the place is clean and nice again, right? That is very good. Okay, I think, because you show me how you do the cleanup, how you remove the plasticine, how you remove the scotch tape and everything from the wall. Okay, from the beginnings until the end. So I like that type of video, frankly speaking, right? But if you cannot show the whole process, you give me a picture also can. I just want to make sure you remove everything after you complete the experiment. So altogether got a 7 category. Okay, so now we'll go through the video. We will see what is the things that you have in the video and what is the thing that is missing in your video. Okay. Yeah. Let me find the video first. So far, any questions that you would like to ask? Is there anything that you don't understand?
Madam, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, when do you actually start the stopwatch? After several oscillation or before you start the stopwatch?
After several oscillation.
Then only you start the stopwatch.
Yes, and then after that you count.
Okay, when you leave it for several oscillation before you start up the stopwatch, requirement how many oscillation it needs to go before you actually start the stopwatch?
Actually, it's up to you. As long as you think now the oscillation is smooth, then okay, you can let it start.
Okay, all right.
All right. So some of them you just waited for 2 oscillations. Now you see it's smooth, then okay. Some of you waited for 5 oscillations, also can. There's no fixed answer. It just say a several oscillation. Okay. All right. Let me get ready first with the video. All right. So first video is here. Okay, so this first slide is very nice. So you start from your name, your normal metrics, your class, and also the title of the experiment. So let us start. So you show me the apparatus, which is good. Okay, and then you show me how you cut the string. Okay, so the padlock. Now you see you measure the string. Okay, you measure. Okay, now you got tied the padlock first before you measure. That is good. Okay, so you show me how you measure it. Okay. right? So you got until 100. So now let's see how you tie the, okay. So now this is what happened. Okay, so this is the things that I mentioned just now. Okay, you clip the, okay, you clip the string at its initial, as the origin, which is a very clever idea, very smart idea. But then you see you leave no space between the string and the protractor. So in that case, actually it contributes, it generates quite a lot of error in your oscillation. Alright, so dia sengit. Okay, dia tak ada ruang di antara string anda dengan protractor bila kamu kepit begini. So you need to put something else in between string and the origin. Okay, and the origins. Maybe just a small piece of paper also can. Alright, kamu sendiri lipat-lipat kah, or you find something small, or yeah, something small, tiny enough that you can place there before you clip the string to the protractor. All right, because the way you do it like this is improper, I would say. Okay, dia kurang elok sikit, kurang tepat. Okay, so let's continue. So 10 degree. Okay, this is good because it got shows the phone. See, you already start the counting before you press the stopwatch. So in that case, that is wrong. The times that you record here is just for 8 oscillation, not for 10 oscillation. Alright, so ini adalah mistake dia. Kamu sudah kira 2 kali dah. Okay, kamu sudah kira 2 oscillations before you press the stopwatch. You see? All right, now you, okay, this one is fine. All right, but you should let it move several oscillation first before you press stopwatch. Okay, so now you remove the apparatus. See, no data. You're not showing me any data. All right, so the mistake in the previous video is the counting. Okay, you start counting at the right at the wrong timing. Okay, at the wrong moment, and then you didn't leave a space between your protractor and the strings, and also you didn't show me the data. So without data, straight away 3 mark is gone. All right, bukan main-main ya, 3 marka agak banyak, 3/21. So it contributes quite a lot in your final score. All right, so make sure you include the table. You show me the table. Okay, so next video. Okay, let's see. Okay, again, you show me the apparatus or apparels. Okay, so you measure the length. Now you see, let's see, you measure the length. Okay, you see, you mark it before you tied it. So after you tie it, the actual length would be less than 40. Okay, the actual length would be less than 40. So, okay, now you see, this place, you just tell me, okay, you let it start from 10 degree. Can I see it? Okay lah, consider can see it. This one, okay. All right, consider I can see the angles. So now you let it, okay, you release the object and then you let it oscillate. Okay, so 10 oscillations. I didn't see the counting. I didn't see your phone. All right, so in this case, it's wrong in terms of your technique of doing the experiment. But the good thing is you are the only one that gave me the table. Okay, so you got the table here, so you record the time. So 14.0. Okay, now you see the problem. You give me 2 decimal places, but you look at your phone. Let's go back to your phone. 14.0. Your phone gave 14.0, but in your table, you give me 14.00. All right, so in that case, it means you don't know the right technique in recording the data. Okay, nampak 14.00. So this is after cleaning up. So you show me something like this, also enough. So you got all the apparatus. All right. So this is the next video. This hanging place, you see, this is not suitable hanging place because definitely it will move when object is swinging. So nanti kamu sendiri tengok. Okay, you can watch what happens after during the experiment. Okay. Now this one, the string. Let's see. You cut the string first. This is too light. Okay, this object is too light. It is not suitable to be used as your pendulum. You need something that is heavier. Okay, you try to find something that is heavier. So you tie it with the object. Let's see. Okay, so you measure the track tapi tak. Oh, tengok ada tak record. Okay. Okay, so now it's clearer. Okay, the way you put the mark is not very clear. Okay, actually you highlight quite a large surface area. Okay, so you need to use a thinner marker pen, I think. So now you tied it. Okay, so again, you tie it at a place. Okay, you tie it very close to the protractor. So you see when the object is oscillating, the place that you're hanging is also oscillating. So ada kedua-dua, okay, both objects, they are oscillating at the same time. So in that case, okay, I would say it's a wrong technique in conducting the experiment. All right, and again, you are not showing me the table, okay, tak ada jadual, and then kamu gantung di tempat yang boleh bergerak apabila kamu buat eksperimen. So itu salah juga. All right, and then the way you put a mark there, okay, is not very clear. I cannot see it. Okay, and then did you show me the angles of the oscillations before you studied? Okay, yes, this is a 70 degree. Okay, angle less than 10 degree. Okay, but then you put the string close to the protractor. So in that case, it's also a incorrect technique. Okay, incorrect techniques of doing the experiment. Right, so ini, okay, this one I cannot see clearly lah, the way you put the mark there. And then you didn't show me, you hang it at how many cm. You just tell me the angle. Okay, you're not telling me how many cm that you are using now. Right, but at least you got the phone in the screen. That is a things that you should do. So good. And then you are not showing me after the cleaning up. Okay, after experiment scenes, you need to show me. Okay, after you clean up everything. Okay, so that is a third video. Yeah, I think I got the 2 more video. Let me open it. Okay, the next one that I'm going to show you is a good video. Okay, it's a good sample video. Just that, again, same mistake, no data. Okay, so this one, you just need to add in your name and your matrix number and your name, your class. So apparatus, you have it here. Now you cut it first, 105 cm. You tied it to the padlock. Okay, so after you tied it, you then measure the length. Okay, you measure the 40 cm, 50 cm, 60, 70, and so on. So this is the right sequence. Okay, this is the correct sequence in measuring the length of the apparatus. Okay, so you got until 100 cm, and then you tie it up. Okay, now this is the part that I love it. Okay, why? Because you see, she actually put some things there to create a small space between your protractor and also the string, and for you to hang the object. Okay, I'm not sure what she puts there. Okay, but I think this is a very smart, very clever idea. Right, so she put some things there for she to hang the string. Okay, at the origins of the object. So this one is a very good video clip. Okay, that I like it a lot. Okay, now you release at 10 degrees. So zoom in for me to see it. So 10 oscillation. Okay, now you start the stopwatch. Okay, start it and then start counting. Okay, so this is the right way of doing the experiment, the right sequence. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so a very good experiment, a very good way of handling experiment, carry out the experiment. Okay, now you can see the string, it moves freely without touching the protector. So that is what you should do. Okay, that is what you should do. Okay. So counting until 5, then you stop. Okay, and then clean out the station. So done. All right. So this video, okay, for the whole process, you got the full marks in terms of the skills, in terms of the way you carry out the experiment, you setting up the experiment. But then there's no data being recorded. 3 marks will be deducted. Okay, so for this video, maximum you can just get 18/21. All right. So in terms of the way you do the experiment, it's already perfect. So you just have to record the new video and remember to include the data. Right. So the next one. So this is a special one. Wah, yang simpan phone dalam tong itu. So it means that in a daily life, he didn't use a phone. He keep everything in the box. And you wonder why 2 handphone, right? I think he is the only one that used this method. Dia ada 2 handphone. Nanti kamu tengok dia guna 2 handphone buat apa. Okay, so all these are same as everyone. Tak ada masalah. Okay. He is the only one that used digital protractor. Okay, so you can use digital protractor. Okay, nothing's wrong with it. All right, just that the way you tie the strings for me, I think is not that proper. So you try to think how to make it looks much better. Okay, looks more proper. Because the way you hang it, I can't see where is the starting point of your string. Okay, the beginning point, the starting point of the string. Okay, so this is the only one that used digital protractor. And another issue. Okay, people's oscillation is going to the left and right. Your oscillation is going to the back and front. Okay, back and forth. It's more like a circular motions to me rather than a simple harmonic motion. Okay, orang punya ke kanan, ke kiri, tapi anda punya ke depan, ke belakang. Alright, so make sure it's also at the right positions when you're doing the practical test. Alright, bila kamu buat practical test. This is 100, so you measure it. Okay, now this one, okay, this is also one of the method. You let the string pass through the origin, okay? Not necessary that the string must start at right the origin, okay, right at the origin. Just make sure the string, it passes through the origins and then the 70 degree on the screen, on the protractor. Okay, melalui 2 titik ini, then it means you got the right angle already. Okay, you got the correct angle already. So tak semestinya kamu punya string mesti ikat pada cross tadi, okay? Mesti ikat pada cross tadi. Yang penting dia melalui cross dan melalui angle yang kita nak. Like how he did it in this video. Okay, also can. So now this one is oscillations again. So counting 1, 2, 3. So done. 5 reading. So stop. Okay, so now clean up the station. So keep everything back to the tin again, including the phone. So he's not using it after the experiment. All right, done. So again, there's no data given. All right, so the main issue in this class is you guys keep the data for yourself without giving it to me. So I'm going to show you another full marks video from the other class. Yeah, let me find the video. But one of them scored full marks in their video, I think. Should be this one. Okay, let's go through it together. Right? So you show the apparatus at the beginnings of the experiment. Okay, now this is a very nice place to hang the string. Okay, now she measures the length for about 1.0. Okay, so the only problem is the measurement tab. All right, the measurement tab looks like a wave. So you need to make sure you hold it tight first. You let it lie nicely on the surface before you cut the string. Okay, so now tie to the padlock. So you see, after you tie to the padlock, then you measure the length again. So that is the right way of doing it. And also, this is the right way of plotting the mark. Okay, so you see just a small place only. Jangan padam, jangan hitamkan surface area yang luas. Some of you put a mark that is quite large, quite huge. It covers quite a big surface area on the string. That actually is wrong, okay? Because when you tied it, you don't know which part of the marks represent 40 cm, right? So the right way of marking the length is like this video. It's as shown in this video. Okay, so you measure the length. Okay. So now tied it to the nail. Okay, and then place the protractor there. All right, so the angle is fine. So this one, she's counting. Okay, she's counting. Okay, and then you see, record the data. So record the values of time taken. So this is what you should have in your video. You need to show me you record the data. You have the table. Okay, so she record and then she show me the table. So the 70 degree, okay, and then the time taken. Okay, and then clean up the station after the experiment. So basically that's it. Okay, you don't have to show me all of the value. Okay, if you repeat it 3 times, you don't have to record 3 times. You just show me once. Okay, and then you need somewhere that is firm that can hang the pendulum firmly. Right, so after you complete the experiment, you see she removed everything. Okay, even this one, she cleaned up. Okay, so if we exclude the 70 degree part where she got the wrong angle, basically this is a full marks video. All right, she got a full marks video already. Yes, Fatima, what is the questions? Fatima angkat tangan, ada soalan nggak?
Sorry, madam, tertekan.
Okay, tak apa. So any questions regarding the practical test? Ada apa-apa yang nak tanya tak sebelum anda proceed ke buat video anda? No? Yes? Yes? No? No.
No, madam.
Okay, so I hope to see some nice, good video from you guys. Yeah, so make sure to include the data. So if no, I think that's all for today. Okay, that's all for today. And then for tomorrow class, I won't be doing Meet with you guys. What I want you guys to do, I want you guys to go through for chapter 8 and ask in the group if you got any questions. All right, finish off chapter 8 because you will be getting your assignment questions on Friday. All right, so if you have any questions today, you do a revision. So tomorrow in the group, you can either ask me chapter 8 questions or you can ask me anything about these practical test questions. So tomorrow, 1 hour is for your consultation. So is that clear?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Okay, so kita tak ada meet esok, kita cuma untuk slot perbincangan. So ada apa-apa soalan, apa-apa pertanyaan